bottom. Welcome to a college video thing. So we're going to like a concert and we're gonna make shirts for it because it's kind of like a blacklight party, which is pretty cool. And I have two of my friends here, Christine, who was in my hair tie video. Hello. Where she didn't really talk at all, just kind of stared at me out the lip. Hopefully she'll talk this time. And we have Amber over here too. So we're gonna be making shirts. And Amber actually has class in a bit, and she has a 7:55 class. So
night classes.
In college, you have classes from 8 all the way till 9, depending on where you go.
Sometimes 7 a.m.
I'm
gonna cry. Every day of my life.
So we are going to make shirts, and we're going to start off with plain, basic, like white shirts, and then just kind of cut them up and destroy them. And if you guys saw my DIY shirt for that I made over the summer, I made like a back braiding on that, and I'm probably just going to like use spray paint on it.
Oh, can you do that to mine?
Yeah. Nice. So we got little like tulip paints, and these are the sprays, and then we also got stencils because we're going to stencil some stuff onto the shirts. So we are going to show you guys how we do that now. So we just tested out all the colors to see what it's going to look like, and that's what we got so far. So now we're going to go and like go through all the shirts, and Christine is going to do her shirt first. This is the platform that we are starting with, and this is just Amber's shirt, and she has to go to class, so I'm probably going to do hers for her. So she wants some back braiding done, so I'm going to do the back braiding for her. So Amber wants just a little bit of the bottom of the shirt, and then she wants no sleeves, so I'm going to cut all of this off. And she also wants a V-neck, so I'm going to cut a V in that, and then we're going to go crazy with the paint. And I'll get started. We're going to start right here, and we're just going to cut down the center. So it's just like a V-neck. And this way, you just tug on both sides, and you'll still see the V-neck. So that's basically all I just did. Along the seam of the sleeve because it makes the most sense, and it kind of makes it into like a wife beater shirt. We're going to leave about that much at the bottom, just so she has like something holding onto her hip so that it's not like completely gone. And we're going to cut that off. So now she only has one sleeve, but the entire side of the shirt is open, and then these little like seams and whatnot, you can either pull those off or cut them off, and I'll probably cut them off later. But this is the whole side of the shirt, so that's going to be open, and you can wear like a neon bandeau underneath it. Alright, so now she has a tank top style thing with sides completely open, and then she also wants the back braiding done. So in order to do the back braiding, flip the shirt over, and you want to put like a surface under it so you don't cut through it, and typically you want to use like a safety razor or something because it just makes the fabric cutting a lot easier, but since we're in college we don't have those amenities near us. So I'm going to try and use scissors to make the back braiding. And I'm going to start up a little bit higher, and then as I go down the shirt, the slits are going to be smaller, so it's going to kind of go like, start off really wide and then like narrow down. Start off about that wide with the first one, and then you're just going to kind of cut thin strips as you go down, but then you're going to make them narrower as you go down to the bottom. So once you've gone through and you've cut like all the little slits into the shirt, then it's time to do the back braiding. And what you do is eventually when you get to the bottom of it, you're going to tie a knot. So you take the first piece, which is the top piece, and then you take the piece that's below it, which is the smaller piece, and that goes under it, so the top piece goes over it. So now your bottom piece is now your new top piece, and you're just going to keep repeating this as you go along. I'm going to take that. And then you kind of get a really cool design as it goes down, and you have like a big gap in the back. It's kind of like a big weave, but once you're done with this, then you're going to cut the bottom into 2 parts and tie it into a knot. This is just like a slight back weave, and then if she wears a neon bandeau underneath it, then you'll be able to see that through the back of it, and it just kind of gives it a cool effect. Because also we're in college again, because I don't have any cardboard, I'm going to be using an old notebook. Hooray! So you put the notebook underneath the shirt so that none of the colors bleed through. And I'm just going to like weasel that in there. So the thing we're going to on Friday is called Barstool. So we are going to write B-A-R over this side, over this side, that's English, over on this side, and then on this side we're going to write stool. And a lot of people like write Viva la Stool because it's just something that you write. But we're going to be using the spray paints. And they're really neon and very pigmented, which is awesome because just like 2 sprays is enough. But we want to make this shirt really cool, and we have 4 different colors to use. So Amber's is kind of like the testing one, but she said that she wanted pink and orange, but I think I'm going to add some green to it too. So let's kind of figure out where we're going to put it. I think I'm going to try like a tie-dye-ish thing if possible. So have a nice big thing in the center, because that's just how that came out. We're going to utilize what we have. We're taking our sleeve and we're just going to...
Because again, we're in college.
Exactly. We're going to dab the color on. And if you reveal it... So it's a B. I'm going to go in with some green. A! Hey! Bar stool! And we're all set. So that is how we did all the letters, and I think that actually came out pretty awesome because the colors are like really vibrant. And also you have to think it's going to be a black light, so it'll show up. For Christine's shirt, she wants braiding along the sides, so she's going to cut off probably like an inch or 2 from the bottom of it, and then we're going to do slits in the side so that she can do side braiding. And the thinner the slits that you do, the more like cool the effect looks. So we're going to do it on both sides. And I'm going to show you how far you guys should cut in if you want to do this and what it will look like. I'm going to start like right under where the armpit is, so this is like the sleeve, and I'm going to cut in about, and then as I go down I'm just going to make really tiny cuts. So that's like what the flaps will look like, and that's what the space should look like. And we're just going to continue down, and we're going to make little cuts all the way down to the bottom. Alright guys, so this is what the shirt will look like once you have cut all the slits into it. And right now it kind of just looks really awkward and like barnacle-y. But when you start doing the shirt braiding, it actually looks really cool. Is you take the first one, and then kind of loop it through so that the bottom one is on top. So you keep feeding the braiding through so that the bottom one becomes the new one that kind of moves down. And so that's what the braiding is going to look like when you're done, and obviously there's going to be variation depending on how far into the shirt you decide to cut. So the further in that you cut, the more braidy it'll look like. But if you just want like a really cool effect that has color that will come through it, then that's a really nice way to do it. Alright guys, so that is going to be the ending, the itning I was about to say, of that video. And both of my friends actually had to go because one of them had to go to her dance practice, and Amber left early because she had class, and now I have to go because I have acapella. So that is going to be it. And our shirts basically, like, we just did the braiding on the sides and then the braiding in the back, and then we just wrote bar stool across the front of it. And that's what we're going to wear. So that was a fun little DIY, and I hope that you guys can actually use this for something useful. Like, we did this just because it was something fun, and like I was like, oh my god, I can make a video out of it. But I hope that you guys liked the video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a big fat thumbs up in the bottom. And turn that little bar green and make my day. And I will see you guys in the next video. And don't forget to check out all of my social media sites, such as my Twitter, my Instagram. Check out my vlog channel also, because I have to start vlogging while here. But it has been quite an adjustment just getting used to all of my new classes and all the new times and everything. But plan on a dorm room tour sometime soon. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.